I believed that the sun of the revolution was going to be an historical account of the Chinese Cultural Revolution, but I was actually surprised when I read to find out that it was more of a personal account of Lincoln and how the Cultural Revolution affected him and his perspective, as well as how the Cultural Revolution impacted his family. The Cultural Revolution was designed to bring Chairman Mao into power, and he did that by eliminating any political rival that he had. For example, one way he would rid his rivals would be simply just to push them down the ranks, whether they had different opinions or considered to be capitalists and not supported of the communist ways. Within the revolution, we see a lot occur. And the piece of that were the four olds being eliminated. So the old ideas, old customs, old cultures, and old habits were destroyed. We saw this happen by old temples being destroyed and old books and street names being changed just because they were considered to be old. Another way were landlords and wealthy people, as well as intellectuals, such as teachers and writers, were accused and criticized for any capitalist views. So if they had said or written anything that went against Mao's cult or supported capitalist ways, they were criticized on these big posters that were displayed throughout the town. The people who carried out these acts were called the Red Guard. They were a military group that were made up of many young adults and kids. They were college-aged and probably upper high school, and they were supported by Mao for most of their acts. Eventually, some of them went rogue, but one of the ways that they acted were creating the criticisms on the posters, but eventually they also began to ransack people's houses. In the sun of the revolution, we see them knock on Lincoln's door and barge in. They are throwing things everywhere to ransack his house, and then they stumble upon a western jacket and some books. This was odd, because Lincoln and his father had been through the house to throw away anything that would be considered capitalist after his dad had already been criticized. They found these old books and the western jacket, and they burned both and stole his father's money. The legacy of Mao is impressive. It lasted long after his death, and many people were scared to go against it because it was so powerful in their culture. I had never heard of the Cultural Revolution until reading this book, and I'm quite surprised because I think it's a significant piece of history. 400,000 people were killed, and killed by their own people. And the shocking part is that nothing from the outside sparked this. It was all created internally. It shows the confidence of Mao's leadership because he created this hold on the Chinese people that would carry long after his death.